welcome back to the show. So glad to have you here today, and you're going to be glad you stopped by because we've got an expert who helps, well, at least 50% of the population. And let me just say, Dilyana Mileva. It's a wonderful, strong name. She's a holistic practitioner, a sleep expert, and a menopause coach. And welcome, Dilyana.
It's such a pleasure to have me today, to be in your show, Jill.
Well, thank you. And I know that you helping. Can we just talk about sleep for a minute, because that probably affects a lot of people. And if you would you be so kind to just share what are some simple things we could do to sleep easier? You know me, I just love to get right to it and help people. Let's see what we can do to help them sleep better and feel better.
You need to train your brain to get ready to sleep. It's very important what you're doing during the day. That's going to affect how you sleep. So if you're constantly in a roller coaster, you're under the stress, under the pressure all the time, it becomes chronic. Chronic stress can turn in a chronic fatigue. And of course, that can affect your cortisol level. And this cortisol level can affect how you sleep, your circadian rhythm, how deep you sleep, how long you sleep. And of course, the next day, it's become a vicious circle. So it's very important to learn to rest during the day, to take this pause, to take a moment for to go inside, just to unplug from everything outside, be with you, be in the silence, to be able to manage the stressors during the day. And of course, you're going to sleep much better if you know how to do that.
Yeah, I think one of the great things that I finally did was I took a 30-minute break at 3 p.m., my time during the day. Wow, what a difference. And I just close my eyes, close out the world, figure everybody will wait 30 minutes. It's amazing, such a simple thing. But I think those are great tips. And thank you for that. And can I just ask why do you know about this?
Because myself went through burnout and exhausted fatigue because I didn't listen to my body. Keep pushing during the day with endless cup of caffeine, with stress and everything, without notice that actually I'm in the age that some hormone maybe can start change. That can affect, of course, my sleep. And struggle with the sleepless night. You imagine that during the day you're so tired, but in 2 a.m. in the morning you're wired and tired, but you cannot sleep. You wonder how it's possible when you during the day was so tired, now you cannot sleep. But that after a while, I find the answer in hormone changes, and I did my research, and I find out that women need to take care more in a certain age and to prioritize your sleep. But to do that, you need also to have stress management techniques and to take a time really to rest during the day also.
Yeah, don't you think? I mean, that's why I kind of popped right in with what can we do to sleep better? Because I just think we as a society are suffering tremendously from stress and burnout. And then, of course, when you can't sleep, it makes everything worse, right? And so you, congratulations, took control of this and did the research, as you say. Now I know you're sharing it with others in your programs and really out there on a mission with your podcasts and different things that you do to help others. Can I ask you, you mentioned about hormones and menopause. What happened for you? I mean, in other words, what did you learn?
I learned that you need to start to be attentive what you eat, about your diet, because that affects also your hormone, a part of the stress, of course. Also, you need to have some certain movement, but not really emphasizing a cardio so much. So you really need to be involved with more relaxation as a yoga, restorative yoga, walking in the nature, just a more like a tai chi, qigong, whatever you like, but not so much you need to strengthen your muscle, of course. The best is if you balance the exercise between strength and stretch, but really be attentive how much cardio you do during the day, what time during the day you do that. So it's very important to hydrate also, and you need some certain supplement in this age to also to balance the hormone, some adaptogens, some herbs, and I can give a lot of information, of course, if the people is interested. In my podcast, they can listen my podcast, and also Menopause Made Easy. And also in my website, I have a lot of information that they can benefit for them.
Beautiful. And I think you gave some great tips right here. And, I just want to encourage everybody, go check her out, because you're going to get real things you can use to help deal with everything that you're dealing with, whether it's sleeplessness or menopause or stress. And I think that was a really interesting point you talked about regarding, watch the cardio, like do more yoga, that kind of stuff. Like, how can you balance, right? It doesn't have to be more push, 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 which cardio is, of course. But how do you, what might I say? How do you balance that with, well, we're told we need to do cardio 3 times a week. How do you balance that?
So you need to just diminish the time with the cardio to 30 minutes 2-3 times per day. And the rest of the day, the rest of the time, you do more walking. If you want, if you like swimming, that can also go well with that. Also, ride the bicycle if you like that. It's also good. Just to find the diversity in the movement, and a little bit more stress-free activity, like as I say, more slow movement as a yoga, stretching. In the rest of let's say 3 days, 30 minutes cardio, and 2 or 3 days just stretching and more relaxing and meditation.
Right. So it's more balancing, is what I'm hearing. That we need to balance between the cardio and the relaxation pieces, which you might recommend yoga and Tai Chi, as well as walking,
Yes.
Yeah. What amazing, differences just the movement is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, just don't stay too much, because in these days you stay too much in front of the computers. You need to balance this. Let's say every 90 minutes I give myself 10-15 minutes break to stretch, or just start and go around, walk a little bit. Just really find this working and breaking time, balance really the activity during the day.
Love that. Thank you for that. That's really good practical advice. And can I ask you, what do you think affects sleep the most?
The best sleep tips, or the best sleep?
No, like what affects our sleep the most? Is it our stress during the day? Is it our ability to get into a nighttime, oh, I'm ready to relax? What is the best thing to do to affect our sleep in a good way?
I think it's overactivate brain also, a part of the stress. If you are in the evening, cannot stop and switch to more relaxing preparation activity for sleep. Like electronics need to be switched off many hours before you're going really to bed. Change with reading the book, for example, or listening something which is more relaxing. Take a bath or whatever you want, but just to prepare the body and mind to really get this restful sleep, and not just because over racing thoughts very often prevent us to fall asleep fast. So if you cannot fall asleep more than 30 minutes, you turn in your bed, you cannot fall asleep, you just get out of the bed, you take something warm, like a herbal tea, or a little bit banana or something. You just take a fresh air. I highly suggest, if you want to, after dinner, go and walk little bit in outside before come inside, and then prepare the body and mind for relaxation. Just switch off from the electronics as soon as possible. And this to-do list also, if you want, journaling how you feel, what is your experience, and just put the racing thoughts in the paper, so you can track and see how that's evolved. I also often give a track sheet for the people in my program to see what activity affect them most, and they can change it with something else, so that you be very aware what they're doing during the day, during the night, but specifically in the evening time, how they prepare for sleep, and then track how that changed with the time, how much they sleep. Let's, for example, they have the habit to wake up a few times during the night. What provoked this? What is the trigger? Is that because they have a stressful day, or have some quarrel or some relationship issue? What actually affect them? It's just journaling and making this tracking activity to see how that can change, how that can evolve with the time.
Beautiful. These are simple things that I think all of us can do. So I better turn off my Netflix a little earlier, I'm hearing.
Yes, a little bit earlier.
A little bit earlier. That would be good. And I think for many of us, and these are really, really practical suggestions. Thank you for these. So Dilyana, I know people are going to want to connect to you, and you have a way for people to connect and a free gift. Could you tell us about it, please?
I have 3 simple steps how to overcome 21 symptoms of premenopause and menopause, which include breathing techniques, how to breathe, to relax, and to manage this hormone. It's my free gift. It's in my website, which is menopausesupportacademy.com. You're probably going to have it in the show notes, but again, it's menopausesupportacademy.com. You can find /relief, menopausesupportacademy.com /relief, to relieve all the symptoms in natural way.
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Definitely reach out to her if you have any of these issues we talked about. And you are an amazing resource, and I appreciate knowing you and having you at hand to ask these difficult questions of. Thank you so much, Dilyana.
Thank you, Jill. Thank you.
And thank you, everybody, for being here for another great episode. Always practical tips for you to live your best life. All right, stay out there, everyone. We'll see you again. Go visit JillLublin.com and have a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.